How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm here to give you another review of Pokemon Horizons. This is episode 28, The Stolen Treasure. And before I go any further, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you feel so inclined, if you've enjoyed this review, if you enjoyed hearing me speak, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to my Patreon. The link is right there in the description as well. I appreciate any and everything you guys do for me, even if it's just watching me as you do right now. So I made a mistake last week. I didn't do the seminar for the last episode. Well, for the last episode I reviewed, I know I'm like 2, 3 behind now. I'm catching up steadily. You know, if you're not new here, you remember when I used to do these Pokemon reviews a week behind on purpose. So let's talk about this guy. Please, if you know how to say this name properly, help me out here. This is Garganical. See, I want to call it Gargan NaCl because obviously it's a soul Pokemon. Sodium, is NaCl, but I think it's Garganical. The seminar lesson was basically asking what was the salt that it has used for? Is it used for food? Is it used for attacking? Is it used for healing? The answer is all three. While it tastes very good on various foods, the salt also has healing properties and can as well be used in battle. I think its special ability is where it kind of spreads that salt around. I don't know if when it's hit or not. If you know anything about competitive Pokemon, this has actually been a big competitive Pokemon for VGC, which is double battles for the uninitiated. So yes, last week was Garganico, like barbarnacle, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, this episode here, I hate to be harsh because I've been enjoying this show, but you know what? We're now 28 episodes in. We're gonna get some. We're gonna get some middling, mediocre episodes. And it's funny. I was actually just after the Marvels review, I was starting to wonder if I should lean away from doing the out of 5 scale and just saying what I thought of it, how I liked it. I do like giving a point scale, at least for animes. I like doing it because it lets you know where this episode ranks amongst some of the other episodes. Like, not whether you can miss it or not, but whether, if you want to show somebody this show, would you show them this episode? You probably wouldn't show them this one. It's kind of average. So the basic premise, as we found out from episode 27, Diana has an antiques friend. She sends Liko, Roy, and of course Freed. They go visit this guy. Diana doesn't come because she's deciphering an ancient text. More on that in a hot second. And they get to the guy. And the guy's like, yeah, he seems to be a tall tales guy where he's like, yeah, she found me. I was hung upside down by Ariados string for a week. And they're like, well, wouldn't the blood rush to your head and blah, blah, blah. Now that he was actually telling the truth that we find out later. He did adventure with her, but he's very shady. He's trying to sell them like a sleep powder thing that you can just sprinkle onto the battlefield. And it's like, well, wouldn't that put your Pokemon to sleep? Which it does when he has his fungus use it and it knocks it out, which makes no sense because technically in video game language, or should I say logic, not language, logic, grass Pokemon aren't affected by, spores and powder moves. And the anime does apply some of the video game logic. I mean, come on. They figured in the heart for Curry in episode 27. So I don't know how this worked that way. I won't even get into it. But yes, so many things that seem to be scamming. I love the fact that Freed keys in on like, this dude don't seem on the up and up. And Liko goes, well, my granny vouched for him. And when Roy shows him the ancient Pokeball, dude goes, oh, let me get a closer look. Give me your bag too. Just fidgeting around. You can see this from a mile away. He had stuff, that fungus that I mentioned, in the bag. So later when they go and get lunch, they discovered that, he took the ball. They also discovered that he packed up and ran. So they got to go find him. And it's funny because Hatena had sensed his evil aura and tried to tell them. And he's like, oh, well, maybe Hatena's hungry like Roy and Fuecoco. It did eat, but it's like, well, you're not understanding me. So, and is Frey Coco so slow that he couldn't go, oh, yabba dabba dabba, point, point, point? Maybe he is the chompy boy. So, whatever. This guy has several. You guys, you can call them ancient Pokemon. These are object Pokemon. He has object Pokemon. He has a Lampet, which looks like oh, is it Lampet or am I saying it wrong? Yeah, Lampet, which looks like a lantern. It's a Bronzong, Bell, Bronzor, Mirror, Honedge, one of my favorite Ghost and Steel type Pokemon, and I feel like I'm missing one. That Bronzor. No, and then the fungus. I have them all. So they chase him. They give chase. They're trying to find him. Freed messes up when he catches him. Freed's able to instantly know that the dude put the ball and gave it to his Lampent. When Freed tries to chase him or have Charizard chase him, Charizard run a bunch of stands and stalls with food, and they have to clean it up. I feel so bad for Charizard because you see him in the background, his eyes just bugging out as he's running around trying to clean up everything. But at least it's a Captain Pikachu. I mean, what Roy does a weird double battle with Honedge and Bronzong, which they put the bell over and ring it. I'm like, okay, I guess that's inventive. The whole rigmarole, and the kids do a double battle against the guy. And the whole time I'm thinking to myself, Roy, if it's 2-on-1, granted both of these Pokemon should be weak to fire types. Fire types attacks unless Bronzong has fireproof, right? But she did rain dance, which he made the rain dance get rid of the fire, and then the rain dance went away quickly. I won't nitpick too much on that because there's so much other stuff to nitpick on. Well, not even a nitpick. There's other stuff to have issues with. And they have the battle, the double battle. Roy finally remembers, oh yeah, I have a second Pokemon. I have Watro, aka Kaiden. I really like that Japanese name. Kaiden comes out, he does the spark, they're doing the thing, Sprigatito gets the ball, but Sprigatito and the other two are knocked out with the thing. Cat Pikachu comes in and one hit KOs all of this dude's Pokemon is able to get the ball. And they get him. And here comes Diana with her Squawkabilly and her Arcanine. And like, well, what are you doing here? Oh, I came back because these ancient texts are fake. How? What you mean? Because when I got to the end, they say, see the rest online. So she threw it, and she's ready to burn him. She says, Arcanine burn him to a crisp. And you got Liko going, don't do it, Granny. So, of course, Granny doesn't. Granny grabs the Bronzor. Kind of looks like she's rubbing on it. And says, the mirror Bronzor is supposed to be able to show you your true self. Because she's like, what happened to you? Something I find myself saying to other people that I've known that have turned to lives of destitution, if is destitution a real word, have become, shells of their former self. Dude is cowardly. He's like, I'm afraid. And his true self in the mirror is him younger, the adventurous guy with his little Litwick, which obviously became a Lampet. And Lampet's just kind of like, and he goes, all right, I'm going to do it. Because again, Granny Diana says, all you gotta do is take the first step and do it with your Pokemon. To which Liko in her mind goes, oh, Grandma, I love you. And I'm thinking to myself, you should be saying, oh, me, I'm great. Because Liko, you saved that dude's life. And first of all, I'm not completely against her actually burning this guy to a crisp. Because you sold me false goods. You tried to screw over my granddaughter? And my soon to be adoptive grandson Roy, you tried to screw over my kids, my homies, and me. I'm kind of on the mind that at least Arcanine should at least bit him. Should at least bit him on the leg or something, right? The reason why he had stolen the ball to begin with is someone had offered him money for any special kind of balls that he sees, and everyone assumed it was explorers. I assumed it was explorers as well, but it wasn't. It was a Pokeball artisan, someone who makes them. And we're gonna see the Hisuian Pokeball next episode. That's gonna be fun to see. But gives them the address of where he's supposed to meet, and he's gonna turn over a new leaf and whatnot. So, yay! This was a pretty average episode. As a matter of fact, I became disinterested the moment I was able to call play by play, right? The only difference is that I didn't know I guess wrong, that it wasn't the Explorers. But the moment I saw, I'm like, this dude's shady. You can already tell. I'm like, why are the kids so dumb? You guys are supposed to be super smart. Like, I praised you guys. Or am I getting this confused with Digimon Ghost Game? I'm pretty sure these kids aren't dumb. They're so innocent that they're gullible, though. And just, Liko, I did praise her for being smart because she knew that Amatheo was, on some BS. He's like, I'm getting a bad feeling. So because Granny vouched for him, if I was Diana, I would second guess many of the people who I had contact with, even people who I used to explore with. Because remember, the old man, what's his name? I'm just gonna call him Mr. Wilson. Just gonna call him Mr. Wilson because I don't remember his name. I don't really care to remember his name. Old Mr. Wilson on Explorers, he kind of sold you out before. Remember when you had to send the necklace to your daughter and that was a dude that you knew from way back when? I would just start second guessing every single contact I go, I need to double check and see. I'm like, hey, did you talk to you talk to Mr. Wilson? You didn't? Okay, you're still cool. Here's the lowdown. This dude can't be trusted. Trying to hurt me and my granddaughter. If you see him, just give me a call. I'm just saying, you should have been weary just from jump. So Granny out here lacking, but she was gonna put the hurt on him, so she get a pass. Kind of interesting that this guy has lit a lampet because the seminar was on lampet. Let's talk about the seminar real quick, and I'm not gonna forget to show you the picture. See, this is why in the future I look forward to being able to do things on a computer so I can just have this on the side. Yes, Lampet, Ghost Fire type. First form, Litwick. Next form is Chandelure. This Pokemon's flame, the more it absorbs souls, it gets brighter. It hangs out in a common place. You want to know what that common place is? This thing hangs out in hospitals, preying on weak people. People, you guys should really read those Pokedex entries from the video games because they are, indeed, a lot of them are frightening. I love that the ending shot for that seminar was Cap ready to fight all three of its forms. Yeah. Litwick is interesting. It's one of those Pokemon that if a person trains with it, I wonder if the Pokemon is able to at some point learn to not feed completely on their soul. Maybe. Who knows? It could be like Ponyta not burning you because it doesn't want to. Who knows? Next episode, they're going to a Pokeball factory. It looks like it's going to be fun. Actually, if I can find the name of the episode before I let you go. Oh yeah. Heading to the factory or printing to the factory. One of the other things that he tried to sell them was an ancient Rotom phone from 2,000 years ago. And just freeze like, they didn't have phones 2,000 years ago, which they actually did. Play Pokemon Arceus because you get a Arceus phone, the RKS phone from the God Pokemon that for some reason won't send you back home. Not really a spoiler. Play the game if you have not. It is a good game on the Nintendo Switch. But yeah, no, fun. This was fun. This was good. That was fun. The game was fun. This episode was kind of average, like I mentioned earlier. I have to give it a 3 out of 5. It wasn't horrible. I just found myself a bit disinterested. Nothing too egregious happened. I just find it funny that Liko's like, oh, I love you, Granny, for not burning the guy that you wanted to burn. Like, Diana is I don't want to say rough. Diana is a gangster. So don't play with her family. Don't play with her archaeological explorations. That's all I can say. Seem like people with Arcanine as their Pokemon partner seem to be pretty damn cool. So let me know what you think of the episode, and leave a comment down below. Wasn't a bad episode, just kind of average. I don't like it when I can just predict certain stuff that happen, but hey, this is better than Team Rocket dressing up for the 1,000th time and people being fooled somehow. I'll take it. I'll take it. My old heart will take it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Once again, please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified of more reviews like this. If you are so inclined, you want to support me more, my Patreon's in the description below. Anything you choose to donate is acceptable. And as a matter of fact, even if you don't donate, I just appreciate you being around for this whole 15 minutes for me to talk about Pokemon Horizons. I wish I would have covered the original series a long time ago. Wish I would have done this whole YouTube thing a long time ago. But that's a story for another time. Please be safe this holiday season. All right, be safe this weekend. Be good. Be blessed. Wash them hands. Drink some water. You need water. Please drink it. All right. Be safe out there. Be good to yourselves. Be good to others. Either way it goes. Please don't be a jerk. I know around this holiday season it can be a little bit rough, emotionally, and mentally. So make sure you reach out to someone. There are people out there that care about you. All right. Talk to someone. People rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. So reach out to someone. All right. Well, until next time, guys. I know I'm a little bit behind. There is one episode in particular that I'm looking forward to reviewing because we get to see a giant form of a favorite Pokemon of mine. So I won't. You probably know what I'm talking about, but I won't go any further. I will most definitely catch you guys next time.